All right, here. I want to just naturally try to put together a practice routine, touching base on all the different steps that from the beginning up to now, making sure that basically I pay attention above all from the beginning before you begin anything. Pay attention to how your grip is. Make sure that your wrist stays very loose, not tight. You know, keep an eye on those things. Your forearm. Do not use your forearm. Relax your arms, your shoulders. Relax your body. Be centered. Be balanced. You don't want to lean any one direction too much. The upper torso it's best to be centered, especially where you're sitting. Okay, how you're sitting matters. All right, you don't want your legs in a perfect right angle. You want a slight angle up from your thighs and then down from your knees, just a slight angle. Okay, and whether you're using a pad or a pillow, because of surface differences, I always try to be mindful of like setting it up just like I'm sitting behind the snare drum on a drum set. Okay, so make sure all those things are just, you know, before you begin like anything, because how you practice, how you warm up transfers over. Okay, remember, the body records everything, good or bad. It does not know the difference. It's your responsibility to know the difference. Okay, your responsibility. So be mindful of that. All right, stretch. Okay. Always do a little bit of this prior, just a little bit, not too much. In the beginning, because you wanna kind of let the juices start flowing first, and then we stretch later, a bit later. All right, so here we go. So what I try to look for is just making sure that my taps, my upstrokes, my rebounds, my accents are all where I want them to be, where I feel good. I feel good on how they're coming out. Okay, so that's all I'm looking for. You know, in the beginning, that's all you need. You know, it's about conditioning your hands, your mind, your body. You know, it records everything. Muscle memory records everything, but don't forget, it's your responsibility to make sure it records the right thing. Okay, because the wrong thing, that leads to bad habits. Okay, and it's much harder to undo a bad habit because you have to do the same process in reverse. Basically, you have to overload the bad habit with the good habit in order for the bad habit to go away. So one way or the other, it's about conditioning, re-teaching, relearning, you know, re-recording that muscle memory. Okay, all right, so here we go. First, I start with a simple, just making sure eighth notes. You don't need anything more than really eighth notes right now. And I start with my right hand. Remember, right hand dominant. Left hand is the support hand. Okay, so everything that you do with the right hand, match it equally with the left hand. But that being said, your right hand dominant, obviously the right hand is going to get everything a lot faster. It's going to look a lot better. It's going to feel a lot better right away. You're going to feel good about it. But do not neglect the left hand. Okay, the left hand is always going to be a lot weaker. So as you feel great about your right hand, I treat my left hand with about 3 times more love. Okay, depending on how much work is needed. So I use a 1-to-3 ratio. For every one great moment I have with my right hand, I try to catch it up with 3 times. I work on my left hand 3 times as long to try to reach that same moment. Okay, it takes time. Patience is key. Time is key. Okay, you take your time. Do not rush this process. The more time you take and paying attention to the little details, the faster you will get to where you envision, okay? So, here we go. Just getting my rebounds. I'm using a softer surface. As you can see, I'm working on my fingers, paying attention to making sure my hand starts waking up, you know? I'm not keeping any certain amount of freezing time or bars or anything. This is just practice / warm-up / practice. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about the right, on my left. Notice I'm starting to nod my head in time. Involve yourselves, guys. Nod your head. Let's go ahead and add the feet. Right foot first. Right, left. Start keeping time. It just gives you clear parameters, clear pathways when you keep time like this, okay? Right, right. Feeling pretty good about the left. Let's go back to my right. Now I'm gonna start doing accents and taps. Now when I switch to this, notice the upstroke. The wrist first. The taps, I'm just wristing them, nice and light. Feeling good about that? Notice the angle of my wrist. Kind of an American technique right there, 45-degree angle. But honestly, I don't think about that at all. But you should in the beginning. I'm gonna switch. Relax on the taps. Save your energy for the accent. Stroke the accent. When I hit the accent, I grab it with my palm cushion. That's how I stop the stick, all right? That's good. I want to do more back-to-back accents. Instead of just one every 4 notes, I'm going to do one every 2 notes. So this is an upstroke and an accent. Straighten your back. Completely relaxed in your shoulders. Relaxing the elbow. Notice the motion. Upstroke, accent. Okay? Take your time with this. Start slow. Pay attention to the motion. Pay attention to your hands. Your relaxed grip. Key on relaxed. Time to change. Even I feel it now. I gotta spend more time on my left. Starting to feel warmer there, okay? Now I want to start switching from right hand to left hand, but I want to do not too quick. I want to take my time. I want to do 4 accents per hand. Just like I'm doing it right now, same pattern, but now I'm making it more uniform. bit more. All right, 2 accents. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So let's do 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Superhead. Now, I'm going to move on. I'm going to stay in the same pattern. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to go 3 notes per hand. And I'm going to incorporate the Moeller technique. 3 notes per hand. A tap, a rebound, and an accent. Stay within the same pattern, and just because you're playing 3 notes within this pattern does not mean you're playing triplets. There's a difference. Triplets feel like triplets. We're playing straight 8th notes, but we're playing 3 notes per hand within the 8th note pattern, within the 4/4 bar. Okay, here we go. Keep time with your feet. Notice the elbow. There's the wave. Relax in between, guys. Save the energy for the accent. It's gonna happen. This is just practice. It's a whipping motion, guys. Whip the accent. Feeling better? Feeling looser? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Next, I'm going to start alternating on both hands. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right accent, left, right, left, right. This incorporates both sides of the Moeller technique, but combined, it doesn't slow individually. See that? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Each hand is doing 3 notes each. See the difference when I use the thighs, huh? Yep. Once I got that going, I'm feeling good about it. I'm going to keep the same pattern going. 1 accent with 2 taps in between. But now I'm going to use 1 hand, keeping the accent, and the opposite hand, just doing the taps in between. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now my left hand is completely relaxed. I'm wristing these notes, wrist. 0 energy, 0 effort. Focusing on that motion on the right hand. Practice that wave. Now I'm going to switch. I use that previous pattern to switch. Now relax my right. Focus on that left whip. Left, right, left, right.